Hey everyone, I'm Chase Kaufman back with another episode of Great Lanes Bowling News. First off, I want to thank everyone that took the time to go and watch our very first episode. Help us keep the momentum going by liking, subscribing, sharing, and even leaving a comment below. For today, we'll be recapping the annual MHSIBCA Coaches Meeting held at Bowling IQ on October 16th. Per usual, the coaches meeting was headlined by MHSAA Assistant Director Cody Inglis, who recapped rules for this season. We also heard from Mike Magolan, a representative from Turbo, and we even got a breakdown of the new Phantom pattern from Bowlers Mart. Lastly, I'll let you know how senior bowlers can earn a scholarship award for their future. So let's get right to it.
Cody Inglis is the MHSAA Assistant Director for Bowling. He came to Bowling IQ to give a rundown of the rules for the 2021 to 2022 bowling season. The overriding theme of the rundown was that if all stays as is, this season would have no restrictions, unlike last year, and this season could be great.
I'm glad to get back, as we all are, to some sense of normal, and I think that's been my mentality. Is we were so close to not having something last year that we worked so hard to get something, as different as it might have been. I'm excited to get back to what we know in high school bowling, which is getting kids on the lane in houses around the state and representing their schools and competing, and hopefully do it in a healthy and safe way.
A highly used tool last year because of the restrictions was the use of live stream. Although this year should allow for all spectators to enter the bowling alley during matches and tournaments, Cody wanted to make a quick note if spectators would like to continue live streaming.
Live streaming became the norm because we had no spectators in most of our centers. So the reality is now that live streaming can occur, but it can only occur through a school website or a school-approved website or social media channel. And I think that's something that we need to get out there to parents and others.
One major change for this upcoming season is the new Phantom pattern that will replace the Allen pattern. Although a tougher pattern, Cody believes that kids should be able to score on this shot as well.
It will be an adjustment like it is for any time you change an oil pattern for kids. We're hopeful that it can get out during the regular season so that kids aren't surprised by it when it gets to tournament time. This isn't a secret. It's not designed to be a secret. We want kids to bowl on it. We want centers to put it down. We want kids to try to figure it out how it might be a little bit better for them. We think it'll hold up better, which is one of the biggest complaints we got about the Allen patterns. It broke down rather quickly. We do think this will allow our kids. It'll be a challenge for sure, but I think once kids adjust to it, they'll realize that this is something they can score on too.
If you have any questions at all over the live streaming rules, possible COVID restrictions, or anything else, Cody welcomes anyone to send him an email at cody@mhsaa.org. If you were unable to make it to the meeting at Bowling IQ, you can either attend one of the two meetings on October 30th at Bees Bowling in Flint at 8 a.m. or at Alert Lanes in Essexville at noon. If you can't, you have to complete the online rules meeting. To complete the online rules meeting, go to MHSAA.com, click the Sports tab, then click Boys or Girls Bowling, scroll down, and on the right-hand side, click View Rules Meeting, then scroll down and click View and Complete an Online Meeting. Also, if you are a coach that was hired after July 31st of 2016, you need to complete Level 1 of the MHSAA Coaches Advancement Program. To do this, go to MHSAA.com and click Boys or Girls Bowling. Then click Cap Schedule and Registration, and then scroll down and click the Register Now button. This needs to be completed by December 9th and only needs to be completed once during your tenure. We also got an in-person look at the aforementioned Phantom pattern. We'll be taking a deeper dive into this pattern in our next video along with an interview with a representative from Bowlers Mart, but for now, let's take a quick peek into the major differences between the Phantom pattern and the Allen pattern used in years past.
The first thing to notice is the length of the two patterns. The Allen pattern was at 39 feet, while the new Phantom pattern is a 42-foot pattern. Then we take a look at the volume of the two patterns. You'll notice that the amount of oil on the new Phantom pattern is a couple milliliters higher than that of the Allen pattern, meaning there should be a later transition on Phantom, and you also may play straighter on the Phantom. Finally, let's look at the ratio of the pattern. The ratio can generally tell us how tough a pattern is. The closer to 1-to-1, the harder the pattern, and the closer we get to 13-to-1, the easier it should be. The Phantom pattern has a 3.45-to-1 ratio, while the Allen pattern had a 5.25-to-1 ratio, so the Phantom pattern should be a bit tougher to score on. For reference, most PBA or sport shots are 3-1 or lower, while house shots are typically 8-1 or higher. If you want to learn more about how to read an oil pattern and all the numbers that go into it, I recommend watching this video from the National Bowling Academy. After watching this video, check out other sources on the topic as well. There are plenty of videos and articles out there to help you improve your knowledge about patterns and how to prepare for them.
With this tougher pattern, you may want to improve your game to the next level for the upcoming season. We were lucky enough to have Mike Magolan, a representative from Turbo, talk to us not only about the different products they carry, but lessons they offer to improve your game as well.
So you can come out to Chesterfield Township, Michigan. We're stuff 21 and I-94, and we can do some in-house training there for your students or for coaches. Our hourly rate is $50 an hour for students. And we can do, it's on a case-by-case basis what we're going to do as far as coaching the coach or training the trainer type of thing. Not only do we do them at our facility, but we can also do some off-site training as well. No matter whether it's at your center, at the high school, wherever need be, and we can do some training that way as well.
To improve your game, the best option is always to go practice. But why not make your practice perfect? Turbo offers many different tools to help you take a step past the competition with all the newest technology.
Anything that's used in the bowling world right now, we have the latest and greatest technology. We have 2 different lane surfaces, which is very, very important. We have Specto, which will show you your ball path, your rev rate, your ball speed, every analytical thing that a bowler needs. We have the Torch as well, which will show you your ball path. Very, very important to see, especially on some of those more difficult patterns that are out there. We have 3-4 different camera views as well set up at our facility. Full-fledged workout center. We actually even have a racquetball court in there as well.
If you want to get in touch with Mike or the rest of the team, you can email Mike at mmagolan@turbogrips.com or email info@turbogrips.com, or you can call them at 800-530-9878.
Attention class of 2022. The Old Timers Bowling Association is once again offering scholarships to male and female graduating senior bowlers. The association will be offering at least 2 $750 scholarships in 2022. These scholarships are based on need, GPA, outside interests, goals, and more. All applications must be received by July 15th, 2022. To apply for the scholarship, you can contact Garrett DeMoulinaire at 586-913-5221 or garrett1@comcast.net. Lastly, we want to congratulate some new MHSIBCA board members. Scott Spar from Sturgis has accepted the first vice president's position. Mary Ann Richmond of South Haven has accepted the second vice president's position. And Maddie Kimberly of Stevenson has accepted the secretary's position. But before we go, let's check out some upcoming events with a quick bowling brief.
MHSAA high school practice can begin in the Upper Peninsula on November 11th and on November 15th in the Lower Peninsula. MJMA has a couple tournaments coming up, one on the 6th of November and a 2-day event on the weekend of the 20th. Great Lakes Junior Gold Tour has an event on October 30th in Columbus and on November 14th at Northway Lanes. Northway Lanes will be hosting the 2021 Muskegon Open on November 13th, so make that a weekend trip to go win some scholarship points. Go to their respective sites for more details. Also, an important note for coaches, MHSIBCA tournaments start on December 5th, so head on over to MHSIBCA.com to fill out your entry form because spots are filling fast.
We want to say thanks to everyone that made the meeting on the 16th a success. Don't forget, if you're a coach that needs to complete the online rules meeting, make sure you do so. Also, contact Turbo about getting set up for the upcoming season with an individual or team lesson to improve your game. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I'm Chase Kaufman, and of course, go out and shoot some 10 pins.